Hello, here is a game from Foxxy where white won by 16.5. It was a little bit wild, not too much. I mean, white got a bunch of stones in the top right corner in an early fight and established superiority. Then it was quite an easy win. Probably white shouldn't lose these stones in the lower right corner, but we get to that in a moment. So let's have a look. A very peaceful Fuseki with a Shimari and a Hoshi. So white splits right away. Now, this move is not so popular anymore. It used to be. I mean, it used to be played pretty much every time in a configuration like that. But the thing is, black can approach the top right corner just to make this exchange to see whether white defends the corner or plays a pincer. And in most cases, white simply defends very calm. And now, when black already played this exchange and he sees white's reaction, black can attack from m3 direction, push white towards the shimari, white will make a base, and then black extends on the right side. So this way, black gets to build a nice moe on the right side. That's why it's not so popular to play k3 anymore. In this position, white usually invades the corner, otherwise black just builds too much in this area. But if this happens, black is still happy with the result on the right side. So now back to the actual game. So white can consider the o3 move inside approach. Then when black simply defends r6, white can play the classic Joseki or extend right away to k3. So this would be a better order of moves. Also, of course, white can play the attach or some fancy extension like j3, j4. But it's good to remember the idea of playing o3, the inside Kakari. And if black plays a pincer like l3 or l4 or any kind of pincer here, white can just double approach and then fight some Josekis like that. So back to the original game. Now black played a tight move, just defended o3, but black can go all the way n3, m3, and also black can decide to attack from the other direction, from the shimari, in which case white will extend towards the weak stone in the corner, but black can invade, and the whole point of playing the invasion at m3 is to get forcey moves and reinforce the lower right corner. So the point is black sacrifices m3 as bait in order to get a few moves and induce the defense in the lower right corner. So that's an absolutely fine variation for black too. And many times it's sente. White adds another move here, then black can attack the top left or whichever he wants. So black plays tight, white extends for a base, then black approaches here. Right now, black doesn't have to do anything in this lower left area and go for big points. For example, approach the top left corner or put pressure like this, or maybe attack the top right, either from the right or from the inside. Playing here doesn't bother white so much. So white just ignores. Actually, white can play a push f3 to see whether block will bump or pull back, and this gives white a much more solid base on the bottom side, then play away. If black will bump, white can turn in center and then extend on the left side, so this will just reinforce white on the bottom. For black to play these moves around n4 and f4 and defend here will just increase the territory with a few extra points, so it's not that appealing. So white got the big point anyway. Now black continues to attack the tiny base, but anyway this k3 is not so much in danger because white can easily extend again to m3 or jump out. Now for black it's more interesting to block f3 or to push along at g4. Then when white pulls back, black attacks from m3 and white will probably play one keima, go up and then jump out. So at least black can get a little bit of profit locally. Now black played the jump, but this leaves cutting points. It's not so great. Push on top. When black blocks here, white will either go up or play a hane and then extend again, but white shape is a little more thin on the bottom side. and black's formation in the corner, it's ideal. Now it's very difficult for white to invade the corner. And if white goes up, black can hane in the head of 2 stones and then hit the vital point. So black puts pressure, and again, but there are lots of cutting points. Let's see, push first, then turn once, then push again, or just block here. Puck. Oh, actually this is not so great because of the cut, and then Atari, and black will capture 2 stones. Okay, in that case, white should think about double up, L3. Then if black pushes here and cuts like this, there is no way to connect to the right side. So the double up will give more space on the bottom. Now, when black plays here, white can jump out or came out this direction to secure the base. But in fact, one push here would be good. Because if black still blocks like that, there are lots of cutting points. So push once, Atari, which gives black a good a bad shape, then just block here. Now black has to protect against the cutting points. If black protects like this, that's another bad shape, and now white extends. And in this case, black needs to come back and play another move to keep the stones connected. So black got 2 bad shapes, this empty triangle and this empty triangle, which means his attack on the bottom side pretty much failed, so he shouldn't have to play anything. Okay, white connects solid, that's also an option. Black protects against the cutting points, and white turns. Now here, instead of turn, white should play m3. Because even if white turns, when black plays m3, the group is still pretty much on the run. So m3, but before then, white can play the Keima. Now when black blocks, white goes up, and then extend m3. So now there's a lot of space on the bottom side. This group can never be surrounded and killed, and also it limits black's low right corner. So now finally black played the big point. Pincer is good. Jump and counter pincer. That's a fine idea. Usually here black just plays the shoulder hit for pressure, but in this case, if he does that, it's not going to be very effective because he builds a wall that's facing the strong K3 group. So it was a good decision to counter pincer, but white can fight. So white jumps, black was supposed to jump again, then white has to turn direction towards the right side in order to fix the thin stones, and if black surrounds the corner, white will just go down. Now this threatens the connection under, so black will double up, threatening the push and cut to keep the group separated, but black needs to play again in the top to stay safe, and white can fix the group on the right. So this peep, it's going to make white quite strong. Then attaching the corner to save the group, that's fine. Now here, white missed an opportunity to fight a little stronger. White should play the key point, which is the peep, threatening to cut. If black goes in the corner, white can easily cut right away. And white can also descend because it keeps pressure on the group still. So white can push and peep and surround. Like this, black's group is weaker than white. So it's very good to take the key point. And actually, I would prefer to cut immediately, because black has to live in the corner, something like this, and white gets super thick on the outside, and the corner life is more. Now, blocking here, black can take the key point in center, and it's easy for black to make I shape now. So black goes out, and white needs to fix the group. The attach is a bit too much. It's good enough to play the cap move. Now black will either play a one space jump or a Keima, and in this case white can attach, cross cut, Atari once, Atari again, and this gives white a nice I shape, so white can just jump in the top to expand the territory. This attach is like when black plays Hane and white goes up, black can play here. So the position is like you play a cap, the opponent blocks with Kosumi, and then hit a neutral point here, instead of going ahead like this, or Keima, or jump again in the middle, which is a much lighter shape for white. So white plays the Hane. That's a pretty good decision, but the group is somewhat over concentrated. So Atari connect, black defends, and this group is still on the run. And the turn here, it's actually a little bit slack. White should go out, one space jump to escape faster, and maybe even use the cutting point at p8 later on. So turn, then black surrounds the top, but that group is alive, nothing to do against it. Atari here it's fine, pip it's okay too, but maybe not so urgent. Actually the pip prevents the cut at O10, so it's good. That's fine. So when black cuts here, Atari and push. Yeah, and white got a very nice big point at K17. Now this invasion seems a little bit desperate. White jumps out, that's a good decision. Now black is trying to make a base, but it's still tiny. Good defense here. The block is fine too. But now white doesn't always have to play the tiger mount as a reflex. In general this is a good shape, but when black simply no-b, black shape is good too. So black's weakness in this position is the key point here. White can accept one Atari, but now black has to come back and protect against the cuts. If black plays here, white cuts like this. If black connects solid, which already gives him a bad shape, white will go down. So in this case, white is still attacking strongly. Now when black comes out, white builds the top and the left side, while black just safe his group. So playing the Hane gives black a nice shape, and now white's potential it's directed to the left side, so white should extend on the left. And this way we'll also limit the potential of c6 group. There is nothing to do against the top group anymore. Even if surrounded, black is fine. Now when white plays this cut, which is also a very ambitious move, the follow-up would be Atari from behind and Atari again. If black connects, there are some cutting points, white will connect too, and black is already alive in the top. But black is probably not going to connect, but play the wedge. Now when white captures the ko, black connects and the stone in the top is in trouble. And if white plays an Atari from the outside, black can already play double Atari. In which case, white captures a stone, black captures a stone. Or if white captures this one, black will take the top stone, and that's a disaster locally for white. So therefore, white shouldn't even touch this area. Just leave it like this and go for the top stone. So for example, attach here, cut, counter Atari, and Atari again to keep everything connected in the top. If black connects around here, or peep and go out, anyway the group in the top was alive, but black is not going to profit, so white is center and extends for another big point. So this Atari is not towards white's advantage, because the group is already alive. But okay to keep connected here. And actually, white can already use this attach. When black pushes and cuts, this is a bad shape. Now white will cut. When Atari here, white can always Atari from behind, or counter Atari. When black goes down, capture this stone. When black captures here, connect under. So black is still a little bit in trouble. He needs life for the top right corner now. Or jump out. Playing like this, black will go down, and white tries to cut. This can be dangerous, but black messed up. So if black pushes here, white cuts, black will play Atari, white can link, black captures, white connects. So this is all center for black. Now if white plays here, black will Atari, then connect. And now black can cut the top. If white covers, Atari here, then answer all these Ataris, and there's a cutting point in the middle. And also a cutting point in the top. So if white defends against the top side, black will capture these guys. In fact, black doesn't care about 3 stones. It's more important to stay alive on the right side. So black could fight better here, but somehow he died inside. Now this way, there's no way out. White can play in several ways. One is to go down to the second line. Another option is to descend here and then capture a stone, but black will connect to the left. White can also play Atari and pull back. Then when black tries to connect under, That's only one eye and it doesn't work. If black goes out, white has Atari and Atari again, so that will false the eye. This is probably the best way to kill the top, because what happened in the game, black could escape. So first of all, black should have captured the stone right away. Now, if white tries to kill playing from the left side, black will play here, then Atari, and even connect. Because in the top right corner, that's the L formation, so locally, black is dead. Sorry, white is dead. In fact, yeah, it's good for black to play inside. Like this, connect, and take away the liberties. So this will end up in a semi-eye. But white loses this race by 1 liberty. So black had to take the stone. Now another option for black is to play Kosumi first. If white captures the stone, black connects under. And if white blocks, black can go down or capture right away. Then when white leaves in the corner, black leaves in the top. So black went down, white pushes again. Now again it's better for black to play Kosumi, give up the 2 stones and connect. Or if white plays here, black will leave. Playing like this, white will go for the kill. It's obvious white will take the Kosumi to remove the eye shape. So black missed the order of moves here. So either play Kosumi and then captured, or capture right away, white leaves in the corner, Kosumi, block and connect. And black leaves too, then white has to defend on the outside. And black will leave in the top right also. So like this, black just died. And it's already a good game for white. Here white can play a 1 space jump. Much more flexible, and then when black turns, just Nobi. And the right side looks good too. I don't think black can die in the top right, so white doesn't have... I mean, well, white can think about these kind of moves, but it's too dangerous. Lots of cutting points, and then black will escape in the top and kill white. So, simply 1 space jump. Always trust the Ikentobi, or 1 space jump, it's really bad. So the right side is all safe. Now white extends on the left, but on the left side it's better to go on the 3rd line. The thing is, when white plays on the 4th line, black can slide on the 2nd line, and it will reduce a lot of territory. But being on the 3rd line, black can only jump up to c8. And then if white wants to reinforce against some kind of invasion, bump and jump out. And the left side is more safe. Now black struggles to get something in the top right corner, but nothing works. Here white can also go down. It's good enough. When black cuts, capture. When push here, connect. There is no way to create 2 eyes. And if white captures these stones, that's a big 1 eye, Nakade, and plenty of liberties, so black will still lose the group on the outside faster. This is fine. Capture is good. No liberties for black to fight here. Playing the push here is not necessary. Actually, the best way is to false the eye, so there is no way for black to approach. If black plays 1 Atari here, white doesn't care. If black captures a stone, white can play yeah, Tenuki again. Then when black captures here, Atari. If black connects, Atari again, and on this Atari, just capture. So white could win at least 1 move in the semi. Now here, white can connect the 2 stones, black needs to connect, and then Atari, and take away a liberty, and it's all good. Yeah, very good to play Tenuki. c8, it's a big point, and Tenuki works again. So it's Atari and 2 more liberties. Yeah, Tenuki 1 more time. Then when black captures the ko, now Atari and Atari. It's good not to waste any moves. So that's safe. Here white can push and then cut. But okay, keep the territory on the 4th line is very good. White should connect solid. Otherwise, black can Atari and damage. So here, instead of block, black should push, Atari once, Atari again, go down in center, and break through. If white comes out, Atari and net. So that's a big damage on the left side. This block here, it's a bit small. So nothing happened on the left side. Locally, white should just no B, and then play the peep. When black plays away, peep right away like this. The Atari can be risky, black can start a call, but also when black plays Atari here, white defends, so white gets to play b5 anyway. But when white plays b5 and black plays c4, white doesn't have to play c5 because c5 is not center. So white could keep center instead of gote. Nah, it was center all the way because black feared about the jump in the corner. Now locally, white can go n2 and pull back. Then black will block and fix on the left. That fix at d13 is very urgent. Playing here, black can play Kosumitsuke, white goes up. So white finishes gote instead of sente, but like this, white is sente. Or just damage more in the corner. Ah, white got sente anyway. Now he's gote. So the biggest gote is to block at d13. That's fine. Reduce the center, but that's a bit too much. So normally here, white can turn, white can play Kosumi to stay connected, but it's still very important to play d13. There are not so many points for black in the middle, even if black plays faster. It's just a few extra points in this area. So playing like that, it's a bit deep, and then black can cut it. And finally, white managed to connect those stones. Yeah, this Atari was good. Black should Hane. Now this is fine for white and connect. Very good. So still not the connection to d13, but now it's not such a big damage. That's fine. This is also important, but the problem at d13 is still there. It's amazing black never pushed here. Another option for black is to extend here, threatening to capture at b14, white takes, and then come out. At least damage all those points on the side. Well, the game could have been much closer, but still a win for white. Very big. Actually, well, white is connected on the left. Should Atari here. If black cuts like this, white connects here, black connects here, and white connects again. This was dangerous. Black can sacrifice 3 stones and turn and catch these guys. When white captures 3 stones, black takes back. And here white should protect this way. Then black will push, white blocks. Black cannot catch the stones in the middle anymore. On the Hane, just turn, Hane block. There's plenty of eye space. So this was unnecessary to sacrifice 3 more stones. Actually more than 3. Now white can play here, give up the 3 stones and protect the left side. Like this, white lost more than 3 stones. Oh, but nice damage on the right. So there's a ko fight. Black should block, take back the ko. The capture at L4 wasn't sente because white has enough eye space. And here actually white should just push. Black needs to jump, then Atari, then connect. So white gets to damage more, like in a monkey jump. This way, white got to block. Black got to block earlier. Solid is better, less co-threats. This is fine. That's good too. This cut, maybe it's a fantasy cut, it doesn't work, should just connect here. But now it's pretty much over. Finally, the connection at D13. and that won the game by a comfortable margin. So a rather peaceful game, except the top right corner fight, and well, this unnecessary loss of the tail. So white was pretty much ahead from the beginning to the end. Well done on this one, and enjoy the review.